Welcome to Safe Money and Income Radio with military veteran, federal retirement consultant, and leader in finance as recognized by Top 100 magazine, your host, Daryl Blackmon. Daryl is a retirement and income specialist, primarily serving the Eastern U.S., but he's sought after nationally for his expertise in helping people secure their retirements. Mr. Blackmon is a licensed financial professional in numerous states throughout the country. He specializes in working with people who are near retirement and those who have already retired with wealth management, income planning, and asset protection strategies using various insurance-based financial products. And now, here to talk with you about securing your retirement, your host, Daryl Blackmon.
Welcome to Safe Money and Income Radio. I'm Daryl Blackmon, an asset and retirement protection specialist serving your local area. Have you ever heard the saying, good isn't good enough? A lot of financial planners and investors think they are good at investing. I would hope they are. Otherwise, what business do they have investing in risky stocks, bonds, and mutual funds? If someone is good at investing, you still must ask, is good good enough? In the game of investing, the truth is that good isn't good enough. Saying you're good at investing is like saying you're good at playing poker. Talent and skill can only take you so far when you gamble at the casino, because no matter how good you are, there are things beyond your control. You only know what you know. No matter how good you are at reading the cards, you don't have all the information you need to be 100% certain that you are going to win. When it comes to no market risk planning, you capture market gains but never market losses. You remove the uncertainty and replace it with guarantees and peace of mind. You know that you will never, and I mean never, lose money from market downturns. You know for certain because it is a contractual guarantee that says you may participate in market gains, but never losses. When you avoid market risk, you don't have to be a good investor because you remove all the downside from market risk. Rather than having the stress that comes with investing in things where you can lose your money, wouldn't you rather have a better than average chance of a better than average return without any risk of market loss? Don't you think at least some of your retirement money should be protected from market loss, but still have the opportunity for locking in market gains? If you have at least $100,000 set aside for retirement and are at least age 50, you should give me a call for a complimentary suitability review. You can reach me at 844-837-SAFE. Once we talk, I can determine if we should meet, but first I must determine if I can significantly help you. Again, my number is 844-837-7233. I promise I won't waste your time because I can't waste my time either. We have income accounts that will pay up to 7% interest for 10 years, and I know you wouldn't be wasting your time finding out how that might help you with retirement planning. Speaking of a 7% return, here is why good is not good enough. The market has a major correction on average about every 7 years. This is common knowledge, so I probably don't have to convince you of that. If you had a 7% return on your money for 10 years, a $100,000 investment would be worth around $197,000. But what if during one of those years, there was a single 20% market correction? Instead of $197,000, you would only have about $157,000 in 10 years. That's $40,000 less. Now tell me, if you were invested in risk-based assets like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or variable annuities, what are the chances you will have at least a single 20% correction at some point in the next 10 years? Nobody can say for sure, but I'm pretty sure most people would say the chances are 100%. So why would you want to have $40,000 less for income payments when you can have up to 7% guaranteed for 10 years with a guaranteed lifetime income account? Let me repeat this just in case you missed it. A single 20% loss at any time during a 10-year period means that you lose $40,000 on a $100,000 investment. You invested $100,000, and instead of having almost $200,000, you have less than $160,000 after 10 years. What financial planner or private investor is good enough at investing to avoid all major market corrections over a 10-year period? Now, what about fees? Imagine if you were saving up for income, lost $40,000 just because of a 20% market loss, and then had fees reducing your income account value in addition to the losses. If what I'm saying to you makes sense, now would be a great time to call me for your complimentary Safe Money and Income book and Safe Money and Income kit. My number is 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. Now, I don't work with everyone, so if I can't help you, I apologize, but my calendar is typically booked at least 2 weeks out. I specialize in working with those approaching or in retirement. If you're not at least age 50, I probably won't be able to help you. I also require at least $100,000 in retirement savings, but typically work with account values between $300,000 and $5 million. Once again, you can reach me at 844-837-7233. That's 844-837-SAFE. Well, I must take a short break. This is Daryl Blackmon, and you're listening to Safe Money and Income Radio. Let's pause for some exciting announcements.
Business owners, some of you have worked 20 and even 30 years to build your business. You're ready to sell this asset and go into retirement, but you don't want to risk or lose any of your hard-earned money. Property owners, have you just sold your property and need to turn that money into lifetime income? How about 401k participants? Have you recently changed jobs or reached age 59 and a half and have a retirement account you don't want to see exposed to market loss? If you have money you're counting on for retirement, we can ensure you sleep at night with our income and wealth preservation planning. Don't gamble your life's work away if you are nearing or in retirement. Take some of the chips off the table and do something to take the stress out of your retirement. Call us now at 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. Operators are standing by now and every day of the week. That number again is 844-837-7233. Did you know that your Social Security could be much higher depending on which option you choose for claiming your benefit? Social Security income is not as simple as some think. When should you take it? Should you only take your spouse's benefit while you continue to work? Deciding how to receive your Social Security benefit can make your head spin. Don't decide about your retirement without the facts. Call us now and ask for your complimentary Social Security guide at 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. You're listening to Safe Money and Income Radio with your host, Daryl Blackmon.
Welcome back to Safe Money and Income Radio. I'm Daryl Blackmon, a Safe Money retirement specialist. Are you losing sleep because you're stressed out, wondering how much of your future retirement dollars will be lost forever during market volatility, and at the same time, living with fees withdrawn from your account value that reduce your gains and increase your losses? If you could convert some of your current retirement savings into something that would limit market losses and still have the potential for credited interest from an external market index, would this interest you? Is your money currently in the market? Are you happy with the amount of risk that you're taking? The reality is that the market goes up and the market goes down. We all know this. Can you afford to have all your life savings at risk, especially now? Many financial professionals agree that at least half of your retirement funds should be in safe assets for those who are nearing retirement. That margin of safety should grow every year as you get older. Your average broker might scoff at this advice, but you don't hear your broker saying much when the market crashes, do you? Too many of you have most of your funds at risk. Our guaranteed retirement strategies ensure that our clients' accounts limit risk while enjoying the world's eighth wonder, the miracle of tax-deferred compounding. Now, this allows our clients the peace and security of not only living the retirement they dreamed of, but also being able to leave a legacy for their families after they've gone. If you'd like to learn more, call for a complimentary copy of the Safe Money and Income book and Safe Money and Income kit that could change your financial life for the better. Again, our number is 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. And oh, by the way, there's no obligation. The day that you step into retirement is your moment of truth. It's the moment where you can realize firsthand the difference between ordinary planning and our retirement protection planning. See, we replace market uncertainty and volatility with principal guarantees. We give you asset protection, liquidity, and tax deferment. Are you currently getting the planning you need? When the market is filled with easy money, everyone looks like a genius. But when the game of musical chairs stops, sometimes it is hard to find where all those geniuses disappeared to. Now, I'm here to tell you that there's a better way. My Safe Money and Income kit shows you how to base your retirement on fact, not fiction. My number is 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. How would you like up to a 10% bonus on your payment and up to a 7% compounded annual interest rate with a lifetime income account that provides you with income you can never outlive? We call this sleep insurance because it allows you to sleep at night instead of living your retirement with worry and doubt. Call me now to get your Safe Money and Income book, a guide to putting your retirement on autopilot. Once again, my number is 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. What about your legacy? Has your broker or advisor asked you about what you wanted to happen to your money once you're gone? Our services incorporate estate planning for your beneficiaries to ensure that your money is passed on to your beneficiaries as you wish with minimal delay. Has your broker or advisor asked you how you feel about your money or what you want your money to do for you? Unfortunately, much of the financial advice you get revolves around investment product features and hypothetical rates of return without even addressing the intended purpose for your money. Now, there are only two ways to use your money: while you are alive and when you are no longer living. While you are alive, we need the money to last as long as you do. When you are no longer living, we need the money to benefit those left behind. Don't leave your retirement money to chance. Let's work together to ensure you have a retirement worth living for. This is Daryl Blackmon, your host of Safe Money and Income Radio. I'll be right back after this informative message.
Have you recently changed jobs and now you have a 401k or another retirement account you don't want to expose to the risk of market loss? You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Since you'll probably start another retirement account at your new job, why not ensure your old account provides you principal protection, the opportunity to participate in the market with locked-in accumulation, and a guaranteed lifetime income? We can help you roll over the retirement account from your previous employer and identify products that provide the potential of index-linked credited interest while limiting market risk. Did you know that if you're age 59 and a half, you may be able to move money out of your employer plan even if you're still working there? Call us now and ask about bonus options on your retirement money with a fixed indexed annuity. Imagine putting your money on an elevator that only goes up. It might stop on a few floors along the way when the market index goes down, but you won't go back to visit the lower floors. Our phone number is 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. You can get your complimentary Safe Money and Income book by calling us now. That number again is 844-837-7233. Now back to more Safe Money and Income Radio with your host, Daryl Blackmon.
Thank you for tuning in to Safe Money and Income Radio. I'm Daryl Blackmon, a market risk mitigation specialist, helping clients with retirement money preservation and income planning. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? According to Albert Einstein, it's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. From the moment you started investing, probably fresh out of high school or college, it became very apparent to you that the market goes up and the market goes down. You have seen over and over again that every few years, the market crashes, and sometimes it crashes hard. For most of your life, you really didn't care about that. In fact, if you are like me, I wanted the market to crash back in my younger years. Why? Because it was a buying opportunity. Besides, I knew the market would recover, and I was young enough that I wasn't going to use the money anytime soon. Well, things are different now. The closer I get to retirement, the less cavalier I get towards my retirement money. The more I realize that I have very little or no time to recover from major market corrections. Mark Twain once said, "I'm not so interested in the return on my money as the return of my money." This quote is as true today as it was when he said it. Corruption, uncertainties, and the ups and downs of the market have not gone away. Are you interested more in the return of your money? What if we could do more than that? Give us a call at 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. We have a free Safe Money and Income book and Safe Money and Income kit. What if you could have a lifetime of income you could never outlive and guaranteed growth for that purpose? How about up to a 10% bonus on your money and up to a 7% compounded growth? In 10 years, your lifetime income account would be guaranteed to more than double. Does that sound different than what you're being told by the financial shows and the brokers? It is because we keep you from doing something insane with your retirement. Remember the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. The truth is that nothing has changed. Your portfolio was at risk when you were 25 years old, just as much as it is at risk today. So what's the difference? Your age, your time period for recovery. What makes putting your retirement money in the stock market, bonds, real estate, variable annuities, or any other variable investment crazy is that you are doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. The results will not be different. Your investments will go up and your investments will crash. What is different is that now it can happen when you are at or near retirement at the same time you need your money. If you are at or near retirement, it is time to stop the insanity and look at an option that is appropriate for retirement goals. Call me at 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. When you call, be sure to ask me for your complimentary Safe Money and Income book and Safe Money and Income kit. We'll help you separate out all of the crazy advice you might be hearing and replace it with good, sound information. Ask about our Income Maximizer program when you call, where you can get up to a 10% bonus on your deposit and up to 7% compounded growth for a lifetime of income you cannot outlive. Give us a call at 844-837-SAFE. It's 844-837-7233. Here's something crazy. Have you ever heard of something called a financial illustration? You probably have and just don't know it. When you go and see a financial planner that is in the business of risking your money, they might use their computer software to run examples of what could happen to your money. Sometimes these examples are based on historical data, and sometimes they are flat out hysterical. I had a client the other day that showed me an illustration from their broker that demonstrated what would happen to their money if it continued to grow over the next 10 years at 12% compounded growth. Where do financial planners get the nerve to even print that on paper? What is even crazier is that I have never seen an illustration from one of those brokers that shows what happens to your client's money if they wake up one day and 50% of it is gone. Why not? Couldn't that happen? You bet it can. And in fact, some of you today might be in that very situation. It's so easy for financial salespeople to show you the best possible results, and then just to be fair, show you some moderate losses on these illustrations. I think every financial professional should be required to show their prospective clients what the worst results from the clients they manage. Let me ask you, if you were thinking about working with a financial planner and you found out that they had lost 50% of a client's retirement funds, would you want to work with them? Now that I brought that up, you're probably thinking that very same question about me. Have I lost any of my clients' money? The answer is 100% positively no. Not only does not a single penny of my compensation come out of your money, but not a single penny of your money can ever be lost due to market declines. 100% of your money will start to work for you day one, and it will never go backwards due to market conditions. When you call, be sure to ask me for your complimentary Safe Money and Income book and Safe Money and Income kit. We'll tell you all about it. Just call 844-837-SAFE for your free information. Again, that's 844-837-7233. Today we've talked about some insane things you can do with your retirement. One is taking risks like you did when you were younger, and the other is believing hypothetical illustrated results from your broker. Why do they call it a hypothetical illustration? Because it is not real. The one thing all hypothetical illustrations have in common is that none of them are true, yet for some reason, I guess it's human nature, people want to believe them. You want to believe that the 12% growth that some financial professionals illustrate for you will happen. Like I said before, here's what you should do. Ask your broker to make a report of every client he has and show you how much money he has made or lost for his clients. If you take all his clients and he averaged at least 5% growth after deducting all fees for the last 10 years, then they are a keeper. Chances are that after fees, commissions, and market losses, there would not be a report he would want to provide for you. Is it your broker's fault he can't provide your retirement money the growth he illustrates for you? In some ways, not really. The types of products he sells takes fees and commissions directly out of your money. He is also not allowed in most cases to even offer the products that I work with because they provide too many benefits and guarantees and don't provide ongoing year after year commissions, even if you lose your money. Most importantly, and probably the biggest reason it is not his fault for failing to provide you the results you want, is because he is trying to make a retirement plan that is invested in risky investments do something that he has no control over. Burton Malkiel, a Princeton University professor of economics and author of A Random Walk Down Wall Street, wrote, "The sad truth is that there are only three kinds of financial prognosticators: those who don't know, those who don't know they don't know, and those who know they don't know and get paid big bucks to pretend they know." You should know that your financial professional has no clue what is going to happen to your money when he puts it at risk. Don't let him pretend that he does. The only thing that is certain is that he will make commissions even if you lose money. Call us now for an honest evaluation of your situation and let us show you how to take the "I don't know" out of your retirement. Our number is 844-837-SAFE. It's 844-837-7233. Well, that's all the time I have for Safe Money and Income Radio this week. Before I go, I want you to know that I sleep at night knowing that my clients have retirement plans that remove the stress of market loss from the money they depend on for retirement. I want you to sleep at night too. Until next time at the same time, I'm Daryl Blackmon, reminding you to stay safe so you can step into a secure future.
You've been listening to Safe Money and Income Radio with your host, Daryl Blackmon. Find out how to contractually guarantee that your hard-earned money is safe while avoiding market loss so you can have the retirement that you deserve. Call Daryl Blackmon now for your complimentary Safe Money and Income book and Safe Money and Income kit at 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. The preceding information does not represent tax, legal, or investment advice. Surrender charges apply to base contracts. Optional lifetime income benefit riders are used to calculate lifetime payments only and are not available for cash surrender or in a death benefit unless specified in the annuity contract. Fees may apply. Guarantees are based on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the insurance company. No information presented today should be acted upon without meeting with a qualified and licensed professional. Obviously, by calling us now, you are just taking the first step towards protecting your retirement. It's important that you read all insurance contract disclosures carefully before making a purchase decision. Rates and returns mentioned on this program are subject to change without notice.